Hello class, this is Gilbert Brown and I'm coming to you guys with discussion board number 5. So the topic that I chose was the first topic, explain why research on observational learning has fluctuated over the years. This, in my opinion, is like a really interesting topic because it was more interesting than the ones that we had in the beginning because I feel like I can actually agree with this one. I can agree with some of the other ones as well, but I can really agree with because I do feel like research on certain observational learning has definitely fluctuated throughout the years. It's definitely sometimes been high, sometimes been low, sometimes it's been all over the place. So that's just kind of the reason why I chose this one. So I wrote down some notes in this one, and the first thing I said was a theoretical shift. So theoretical shifts within I guess like early studies. So the theoretical shifts particularly focus on like social learning, certain theories, emphasizing the role of modeling in behavior acquisition. Over time, interest shifted towards cognitive processes, leading a focus on how individuals interpret and internalize on modeled behavior. So that's the first one that I chose. I wrote a couple of reasons. Another one that I chose was cultural context and the relevance of observational learning may vary across cultures, impacting the volume of focuses of research. As global perspective shifts, researchers may prioritize understanding how cultural factors influence observational learning processes. And another thing, practical applications. Interest in observational learning can spike in response to social needs, such as addressing behavioral issues in education or socialization. Research may wane as specific applications become standardized or a new educational theories gain prominence. So that's number 3. Number 4, I got interdisciplinary approaches. So basically saying observational learning intersects with various fields, including psychology, education, and neuroscience. As trends in these disciplines evolve, so does the focus on observational learning, sometimes leading to fluctuations in research emphasis. Another one I have is methodological changes. Advance in research methods include technology that allows for more precise measurements of behavior and cognition. It has influenced how observational learning is studied. This can lead to periods of intense interest when new methods emerge, and periods of decline as researchers shift to other techniques. So I also wrote down a few examples too, if some people really just don't know what's going on. So let me see. So there was a cognitive revolution in the 1970s and through the 1980s. As cognitive psychology gained prominence, researchers began to explore the mental processes underlying observational learning, such as attention, retention, and reproduction. This shift diverted focus from purely behavioral studies to understanding the cognitive mechanisms involved. Another one that I have is cultural studies, which was from the 1990s to the 2000s. Researchers began to investigate how cultural contexts shape observational learning. For instance, an example that I gave was studies show that children from collectivist cultures may imitate behaviors differently than those from individualist cultures, leading to a renewed interest in the cultural factors. Another example that I had was from neuroscience advances in the 2010s. With the rise of neuroscience and during this era, studies began to explore the neural mechanisms behind observational learning. Research using brain imaging techniques highlighted how mirror neurons play a role in understanding and imitating behaviors, to a resurgence of interest in biological underpinnings of learning. So that kind of goes back to like theoretical shifts or methodological changes. I mean, all in all, these examples reflect how shifts in theories, methodology, cultural focus, and practical applications have influenced the trajectory of research on observational learning over the years. I mean, overall, through some ways that the observational learning has, experienced a fluctuation for several reasons. Overall, the flow of research in the area reflects broader changes in theoretical perspectives, methodologies, cultural context, and social needs. So, I appreciate you guys listening to another discussion board, and I really enjoyed this topic, and I can't wait to read more with you guys.